everybody, this is King Killity with Team Legit, just here to do a quick little video review on my new TV. It is an Element 42-inch LED LCD TV. Just so you guys know, before you go out and buy this, this is an edge-lit LED TV, it's not a full array. So when you do watch it, you'll notice that it doesn't have complete backlighting. That's what edge-lit means. Where the LEDs are is right up top. The most noticeable ones are right here. So when you go and watch it, if you look at it at wide viewing angles, I've noticed that you can tell it's whiter. You've got like a white line right there. Other than that though, it's great. It's super clear. Surprising because I got this deal, the $300 on Newegg, when it was still $300. I believe it's gone up. Refurbished, worked perfectly out of the box, came with everything except it did not come with a stand. So as you can see, I had to make my own out of a piece of plywood. Just made a little template for the screws on the bottom, and then screwed it in, and it's working just fine so far. Hasn't fallen on me, and I think when it does, I'll probably have to buy a new TV because it's going to fall a good 4 feet to the ground. But other than that, some of the great things about this TV are that it is such a large TV for the price. I mean, you can't really beat that. It gives great picture. It's super thin. It's light. It was really easy for me to maneuver around when I was setting it up and trying to get the base made. It's owned by Element. I hadn't really heard of Element before I bought this TV. I tried to look up reviews and stuff, but it seemed kind of unknown. But they were very helpful in getting me a new base. It's being shipped right now. It cost me $10 to ship it, and they couldn't like charge me for it or something because they're not allowed to charge for accessories. So it worked out in my favor. And then when I called Newegg, they said, "Hey, sorry about that. We're going to refund you $15 off your purchase price." So basically, I got a free base, or I got the full TV for $5 cheaper than the cheapest price available. That was kind of cool. I feel special. Maybe if you get a TV without a base, you can get it too. A couple of features of the TV: it's got 3 HDMI inputs. It's got I don't know, enough red, green, blue composite component inputs. I don't know who really uses those anymore. I've got them for my Nintendo 64. That's about it. And another cool thing, well, cool in some people's opinion, I know, not cool in mine, is that the buttons to turn it on aren't actual physical tactile buttons. They're right down here. I don't know if you can see them with the lighting, but you scroll over, it lights up, and then when you do something, it flashes to show that you turn it on. I'd turn it on, but it would screw up the contrast and lighting of the screen, so I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe show a picture later, but that doesn't really make any sense. With a 720p video camera shooting a 1080p screen, you're not going to be able to tell, honestly, what it's doing. Like I said, the picture's great. Everything HD looks great. It worked just fine, like I said. It kind of had me worried when I got it and moved it around, something rattled around inside of it. Obviously it's not important because it's working just fine right now. I'm the kind of guy who doesn't really worry about stuff like that, so you know, just fingers crossed that it keeps working. You never know with things like this. You take a risk, but I really felt like I couldn't pass up that kind of a deal. For those of you who are worried about speaker quality, it's kind of junk. It's about 2 inches thick at its thickest point, but it's kind of like the iPad in that it gets really thin towards the edges, so it seems really thin when viewing it from the side. So they really didn't have room for great speakers. My room is rather small that I'm using it in. It's about 9 foot by 9 foot, so speaker quality wasn't a huge deal for me. It still sounds good at this close quarters. If you're using it for anything where you're going to be sitting more than 6 to 7 feet away, then you're probably going to want an outside speaker source. But if you're buying a TV this big, you're probably not going to have a problem spending the money on new speakers, especially with how cheap this TV is. That, or you're buying it on a budget, and you're probably not living in a space big enough for it to matter. One thing I did notice when I started using it is the remote that it came with has a really limited angle of receiving the RF signal or sending it. I don't know which one, if it's the remote or the actual TV that's the problem. I'll probably buy another remote just to check, or use some universal remote I've got lying around. But it does make it kind of a hassle to use it if you're, like, I'm sitting at my desk over here and I'll be using the TV, and I'll have to reach my arm around to make it point directly at, like, where the little red dot is now. That's actually a power light. It turns blue when it's on. I'll probably end up covering that up because stupid little lights like that annoy me. If you'd like to know anything else about this TV, just feel free to ask me in the comments, or get a hold of me somehow. I don't know. If you're watching this, you probably know a little bit about me. I'm going to turn on the TV real quick. I'm going to reach down and get the remote. And just to show you kind of how fast it turns on, it has this stupid, like, element advertisement. Stupid thing. See there, it screwed up all my contrast. It'll get fixed. Just give it a second. But it does that element thing. Let's see if it'll adjust to the screen. No, it's not going to. It's connected to my computer right now. You can see my Bow to Your King background on there. But yeah, it gives a really good picture. It's really sharp. I've had no troubles with it at all, honestly, and I'm glad I bought it, and I would recommend anyone else who can get it for a good deal to do the same. It's a great TV.